Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. My name is Vickie Hadge, and this is Even So It Is Well. Today, I'm going to share a story about mindfulness and meditation and health and well-being. About a month ago, I had an appointment with an allergist, a new doctor for me, and I went into the office and they took my blood pressure, and it was 127/80. Borderline high, borderline hypertensive. And about a week ago, I went for a follow-up appointment, and they brought me into the exam room and they said, "Oh, we're really sorry. The doctor's running behind schedule. He'll be with you as soon as he can." And my first inclination was to grab my telephone and start mindlessly scrolling. I'm not the only one that does that, right? You do that too, right? Give me a comment below if you do that too. But instead, I chose to do something mindful. Instead of doing something mindless, I decided to do something mindful. And I decided that I would meditate until the doctor got there. And there's a picture on the exam room wall of birch trees. So I let my gaze fall to the picture and I started focusing on my breath. And that's it. That's all I did for the meditation is looked at the trees and focused on my breath. And it was maybe 10 minutes. And they came in and took my blood pressure and it was 111/75. It is amazing how something as simple as being mindful and focusing on our breath can affect our health. Meditation has helped me so much over the years. I was diagnosed in 2017, but my first relapse happened 11 years prior to that. I just wasn't diagnosed at that time. And if you're curious of my complete MS story, I'll put a link up above and in the description below. But after I had that first relapse and had a health scare, I started paying attention more to my health. And I started yoga and I started meditating and I started exercising more and started to eat a more plant-based diet. And I didn't have another relapse for 10 years. So I really attribute that to making diet and lifestyle changes. Meditation can be hard. But when I was first diagnosed in 2017, I took an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction class, and it was amazing. I learned a lot. I learned what meditation is and mindfulness is. Contrary to popular belief, it is not emptying your mind, and it's not being all peaceful and serene and really still. You don't have to empty your mind. You just have to focus on the present moment. Just being present is what it is. It's not emptying your mind. So don't think that's what it is. It can be hard. It can be hard to focus on the present moment. We're always back there in yesterday, or we're up there in tomorrow. Our mind tends to not be right here. We tend to focus on what's already happened and what's coming. So it can be hard. If it's hard for you, go ahead and give me a comment below if you've tried meditation and you've found it difficult. There's lots of different ways that we can meditate. There's breathing meditation, there's walking meditation. I did a video not too long ago on forest bathing, and I like to be in the forest and I like to meditate there because I can be very present without a lot of distractions. And if you're curious, I'll put a link to that video as well up above and in the description below. So what I'd like to do today is share a short meditation practice with you. And it's called the 3-part breath. And you can do it sitting or lying down, or my favorite pose is the astronaut pose. And if you do the astronaut pose, bonus, it's really good for your lower back. So if you have any back issues, I suggest the astronaut pose. So go ahead and pause the video and find a place to sit down or lay down or get into the astronaut pose. I'll wait. All right, welcome back. So, to do the three-part breath, I'm going to ask you to sit, if you're sitting, in an upright and dignified pose, but not forced, not stiff, just upright. And I invite you to close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Just pay attention to where your breath is. Notice where in your lungs it's going without judgment, without altering it. Just notice your breath. And on the next inhale, I invite you to send your breath down to the bottom third of your lungs, way down deep. And then let it come back out again, just using that bottom third. As you inhale, let your belly be soft and balloon out. And on the exhale, let it fall back in towards your spine. Notice the breath as it goes that deep. How does it feel? And on the next inhale, send your breath to the middle third of your lungs, right in your rib cage, right around the center. And as you inhale, feel the ribs move out to the side and separate slightly. And on the exhale, feel them falling gently back in towards one another. Again, don't judge the breath, just notice it. Notice how it feels. If there are thoughts that are coming up of yesterday or tomorrow, just gently come back to the breath. Notice the breath. And on the next inhale, send it to the upper third of your lungs, right behind your breastplate, in between your breastplate and your shoulder blades. You may feel your shoulders raising slightly on the inhale and gently falling on the exhale. You may notice your shoulder blades moving apart on the inhale and falling back together on the exhale. If we had wings, this is where they'd sprout from. I often envision wings unfurling slightly on the inhale and tucking back in on the exhale. And on your next inhale, whenever that may be, let's connect all three parts of the breath, starting down low in the belly, moving to the midsection and all the way to the top, nice and gentle and slow. And then reverse on the exhale from the top to the middle to the bottom. At your own pace, very gentle, do not force it, don't overfill your lungs. Just use all three parts. Notice how it feels going in. Can you feel the air going in through your nose or your mouth? Maybe it's cool. And then on on the exhale, notice if it's different, perhaps slightly warmed by the body. Notice that moment in between each inhale and each exhale, where we stop breathing just for an instant, right before the breath changes direction. The breath is the only thing that's with us in every moment of every day of our lives. It's an excellent tool for mindfulness. And on the next inhale, whenever that may be, return to your normal pattern of breathing. Perhaps a bit slower, perhaps a bit deeper than a few moments ago. Take a quick inventory of your body. Notice how you're feeling. Is it different than it was a few moments ago? Notice if there's anywhere in your body that's holding stress or pain or spasms. Send your breath there. Inhaling, healing, exhaling, whatever the trouble may be, pain, spasms, tightness. Send your breath to that spot. Start to become aware of the world around you. Notice perhaps the temperature of the room or any sounds that you're hearing. Feel the chair or the floor or the bed holding you up, and gravity holding you down. Can you sense light through your closed eyes? And slowly start to bring back in some movements. Perhaps wiggle your toes or your fingers. Perhaps change your face just a little. Unclench your jaw. Let your teeth separate slightly. And if you want to do something really advanced while you're meditating, pull up the corners of your mouth just slightly. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. How did that feel? Please put your comments below. Let me know how it felt to focus on your breath for just a few minutes. Let me know if it was hard. It's okay if it was hard. If it was difficult, let me know. You know, there's many different types of meditation practices out there. And I'll put some links below to different meditation apps that I have used before, and you can check those out. And if you have a meditation app that you use, I would love to hear about it too. I've used Headspace and Insight Timer and the Deepak Chopra meditation app, and I have found them to be really helpful. I will also recommend two short books. One is called Thriving When Your Cosmic Egg is Cracked, and this is a great little book. It is short, and it's about using mindfulness even when life isn't great. And life isn't great sometimes for a lot of us. This past year and a half has been tough on all of us. So this is a great little book that uses the author's own story and how mindfulness helped her through challenging times. And her name is Cheryl Jones. She's awesome. And the other book is the Jon Kabat-Zinn book, Mindfulness for Beginners. And again, another short little book. I'll put a link in below. And it is a great introduction to mindfulness. Jon Kabat-Zinn is often called the father of mindfulness, mindfulness-based stress reduction. So the question of the day is, do you practice meditation? And if you do, let me know how it helps you. And if you practice it and it's challenging for you, let me know how it's challenging for you. I really appreciate you joining me today. Mindfulness is a really good tool for me. If we give our bodies half a chance, they're going to try to be well. They're striving to be well all the time. So this is one of the tools that I use to help me live well with my chronic illness. And I'm hoping that it will be helpful to you as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, the like icon underneath the video. This helps the channel and helps other people to find the channel. And if you've not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Until next time, my friends, be well.